Alright guys, so my car is actually lowered on H&R lowering springs, and as a result, my front end's pretty low to the ground. So, getting in my driveway, or pretty much any driveway to, a gas station and stuff like that, it's pretty low. I gotta go to a pretty severe angle to make sure I don't, scrape my bottom end. Now, unfortunately, this car did come to me with quite a lot of bumper damage. Not too bad compared to most, I'd say. But, for my standards, it's got, scuffs all the way around here. Kind of hard to see on camera, but this is pretty bad over here. This was actually torn. We actually had that kind of pasted back up with some body filler. And same thing on the other side. So currently I have front end protection on this car, paint protection film. It's doing its job very well for the most of the front end. But even over here, this is more recent. I might have done that too on a rock or even on the road. So, stuff happens along the way. And, we like to keep our cars perfect, but at the end of the day, it is a car, you gotta drive it, so stuff will happen to it. Not a huge deal, just all about wear and tear. At some point I probably will replace this bumper, 100,000 miles, who knows, but I would like to keep this car as good as I can. So, we have today this product called SLiPLO. I've actually seen ads of this online, and I had some buddies of mine who actually got this already. And essentially, this kind of stuff over here, it's this very slippery sort of polyurethane, sort of rubbery, plastic kind of thing, and you basically paste it on the bottom of your lip or your bumper, and it'll basically stop that from happening. So I actually don't think I'm going to be using all of that stuff over there. I may be getting a lip in the future, so for now, it's more of a temporary solution. I'm actually not going to put it on the centerpiece over here, as it is replaceable, and I'm not too really worried about it. It is actually higher up than the outer edges over here. This one's actually pretty bad. If you look over here, it's a full-on gouge taken out before I took ownership of this car. So basically it's going to look something like this. We have the SLiPLO kind of like that. You guys can properly see that. It's not quite focusing very well. But it also bends around stuff, which is pretty nice. So this is going to be a pretty straightforward DIY on how to do this. It comes with some adhesion promoter, which you'll put on before you put on these guys directly. You're probably going to want to wear gloves while doing this, just to prevent any contamination to the surface you're about to, paste these things onto. Obviously, first step is going to make sure these things are clean. So I'll probably only use 2 strips per side. I think it came with more than that, but I'll give you guys a perfect number in a second. I'll just do one around over here, and probably half of one over here, and I'll do the same on the other side. So let's get started. Alright, so right now I'm about to wipe off the entire bottom with some with a microfiber and some rubbing alcohol. I've got 91% here, but 70% should do. Just kind of make sure it's clean, and then after we do that, we'll let it dry off, and then use some adhesion promoter, which came with the SLiPLO stuff itself, and we'll go ahead and stick it on there. But yeah, first steps first, which is this. Alright, so I've done one side so far. I just want to show you guys what it looks like. I used a total of 2 strips of SLiPLO material. It's just one comes away all across from the very corner where the wheel is, all the way over here. We got one coming over here. Cut it over there. Use the remainder part over here. Had to cut these tabs a little bit, and I just put these here for no reason really. Looks pretty stupid, not gonna lie, with these 2 things over here. But I just kind of figured, why not? I'd have it anyway, so I'll just put it on here. So that's what it looks like over here. Like I said, not gonna put anything over here, but over there I'm basically just gonna mirror this. And just you need some very sharp scissors to cut through this kind of stuff. I used these medical grade scissors, and it still wasn't even perfect. So make sure you have some very good scissors to work with. And now we're gonna move on to that side over there. So the adhesion promoter is in these little packets over here. It comes with the SLiPLO, and it's basically a little sponge with the material on it. It smells pretty bad, and also it will irritate your skin, so wear gloves like I said earlier. Just wipe it down, let it dry off, and then go ahead and start attaching the SLiPLO pieces. Just make sure you're being very careful with it, obviously. Now, this is my car, so I'm not really hugely worried about what it looks like, because I know this is what a amateur job looks like, and I'm not too worried about it, considering it'll do its job, I believe. So that's it for this side. I'm going to move on to that side. And then we should be done. Really not very hard to do. But yeah, here's the adhesion promoter right here, that little packet. Basically just wipe it on here. This is already dried out, just already used it, but it'll be pretty sticky. it'll feel pretty sticky too. So you'll be doing this basically along the entire piece. You're going to be putting the SLiPLO on. It'll dry up a little bit, which already has dried up pretty much. And we're going to put on the SLiPLO now. Alright, got this side pretty much done. And now it's all done. So both sides are done. Now I can have a little bit more peace of mind going down some steeper driveways. And obviously I'll still be careful, with steep ones. I always go at an angle anyways, out of habit. Both cars between this, the SLS, and the BMW over there, they're all pretty low, so I end up doing it anyways, regardless of how steep it is. So let's see how it works. I'll let you guys know how effective it is. I actually have a second kit already, so I might put on the SLS. I may use the leftovers from this kit on the BMW, because there's still quite a lot left, as you can see, that I haven't used at all. So, let's see how good it is. And I'll get back to you guys later in another video about how it's holding up. But for now, this is it.